Watch HSM star Monique Coleman talks Corbyn blues help through miscarriage. CNN has officially terminated Chris Cuomo. After suspending the longtime news anchor earlier this week, the network announced on Saturday, December 4th that they decided to part ways with him after additional information was revealed during an internal investigation into how he helped his brother and former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo deal with sexual misconduct. Chris Cuomo was suspended earlier this week pending further evaluation of new information that came to light about his involvement with his brother's defense, CNN said in a statement to E! News. We retained a respected law firm to conduct the review, and have terminated him, effective immediately. The statement continued, while in the process of that review, additional information has come to light. Despite the termination, we will investigate as. In addition, Chris broke his silence on the termination on Saturday afternoon, telling E! News in a statement, "This is not how I want my time at CNN to end, but I have already told you why and how I helped my brother." He added, "So let me now say, as disappointing as this is, I could not be more proud of the team at Cuomo Primetime and the work we did as CNN's #1 show in the most competitive time slot. I owe them all and will miss that group of special people who did really important work." News of the 51-year-old journalist's termination comes after Andrew resigned as the governor of New York. The politician has also denied the allegations made against him earlier this year, stating during a previous press conference, "I want you to know directly from that I never touched anyone inappropriately or made inappropriate sexual advances." Earlier this week, CNN indefinitely suspended Chris just days after the New York Attorney General released text messages and testimony that the network said shed new light on Chris Cuomo's involvement in his brother's defense. The New York Attorney General's office released transcripts and exhibits Monday that shed new light on Chris Cuomo's involvement in his brother's defense, the CNN spokesperson stated. The documents, which we were not privy to before their public release, raise serious questions. According to a network spokesperson, Chris had previously admitted to CNN that he had indeed offered advice to his brother's team. "He broke our rules and we acknowledged that publicly," CNN stated. "But we also appreciated the unique position he was in and understood his need to put family first and job second." But despite coming forward with his involvement, the network said that the New York Attorney General's report, which included transcripts of Chris' testimony, painted a different picture. Documents released earlier this week revealed that Chris offered to help Andrew find out how many women were accusing him of sexual harassment, NBC News reported. "I would," Chris stated, per the documents obtained by NBC News, when asked, "I would reach out to sources, other journalists, to see if they had heard of anybody else coming out." In light of Chris' testimony, the CNN spokesperson told E! News, "These documents point to a greater level of involvement in his brother's efforts than we previously knew. As a result, we have suspended Chris indefinitely pending further evaluation." Chris spoke out about his suspension, calling it embarrassing, during the December 1st episode of his SiriusXM show, Let's Get After It with Chris Cuomo. "Quick note about the obvious," he told his listeners. "I've been suspended from CNN. You know this already. It hurts to even say it. It's embarrassing, but I understand it," he continued. "And I understand why some people feel the way they do about what I did. I've apologized in the past and I mean it. The last thing I ever wanted to do was compromise any of my colleagues and do anything but help." CNN previously announced that Michael Smerconish was slated to be Chris' replacement next week. The network told E! News on Saturday, "Beyond that, nothing has been determined."